Patty, and welcome to my Four Boys and an ML Girl podcast. My name is Patty, and this is a podcast about knitting and sewing and quilting and rug hooking and a variety of other crafts that I'm involved in the run of a week, in the run of a month. I'm coming to you from the extreme east coast of Canada, the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. I live on the island of Newfoundland, and it is it's sunny right now, but we're supposed to get quite the thunderstorms this afternoon. So I thought I'd get taping this morning so that the light was pretty good before we get into the dismal gray, heaven knows what we're going to get this afternoon. I hope you have time to sit down and join me and have maybe a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or a favorite beverage. Maybe grab your knitting or your stitching or whatever you're working on this morning. This is the first time I've been back since the summer. I apologize for not having more vlogs this summer. Excuse me. My telephone, when I downloaded the information from the telephone to the computer, somehow the files got corrupted. So I can't get the videos from my telephone onto into my iMovie. And I haven't yet sat down and tried to do the vlog from my phone. So if I get an opportunity, I will do a short vlog kind of summarizing the rest of what we were up to this summer. And if not, I really hope I can get it off because I got some great video footage on there for you and for our family, because I mean the videos that I take, I share, obviously I keep, and they're good mementos from our family visits, family traveling as well. So hopefully I can get that off and I can show it to you sometime soon. Now, what are we going to talk about this morning? So I actually have some finished objects to show you. I am thrilled. What I did this summer is I kind of focused on two main projects, which I have finished, so I'm really happy about that. It was a good summer for getting some knitting done. We went to, as you know from my vlogs, we went to Colorado to my sister's wedding, which was a fantastic trip. We went to, when we got back, I went to rug hooking school and learned how to do some dyeing. So I dyed some yarn, some wool fabric. It was a really fun course, so I got to do that for the better part of a weekend plus a couple days. And then after that I took the boys by myself because my husband had to work. He can't take the whole summer off because we have to eat, right? Reality of being adults. So while he adulted, I took the boys over to Rosemore National Park and we spent some time there, which was fantastic. So I did get some knitting done in all those locations, and I am thrilled to show you my first finished object, which is my Garters Ahoy shawl, which is by Sandra at the Cherry Heart podcast. Hi Sandra. This is a gorgeous, very simple shawl, and so I'll show you. It blocked out lovely, so it goes from here all the way to here. Hopefully you can see that. I'll put in some pictures as well, which might give you a better view of the all the way over to here. So I'll put it on. It's not terribly warm this morning. It's a beautiful size shawl. I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this, and I love it so much that I've decided I'm going to make a hat and fingerless gloves as well out of the same yarn. So the yarn is by Julie Asselin, who is a Canadian indie dyer. It's in her DK Lezu, or Lezu DK, I'm not sure how you say that. I can't think. It's in Thé de Premidi colorway, and I'll put that on the screen. And it's the Lezu DK is the weight of yarn, and the base that this is on. Base, that was the word I couldn't think of. Base. First day with my new tongue apparently. So I love it. I think the yarn for this was the perfect choice. The pattern was really well written. I really enjoyed it, and any mistakes are my own because I can't knit something without any mistakes. There are a couple in here, but I'm thrilled, absolutely thrilled with how this turned out, and I can't wait to wear this all fall. I may have to take this off in a minute because it's kind of warm this morning, but I'll keep it on for now. So that's one finished object. So yay! Patty actually has finished objects. How often do you see that on this podcast? The other finished object I have is a pair of socks. So these are knit in Crazy Dog Yarns, Love, Peace, and Lobster colorway. So I had ordered this from her, and the toe and heel are in a mini, And then this is the colorway. So it's a gorgeous, gorgeous repeat. This one here, I haven't got them, actually haven't washed them yet. And I think I still have a couple ends to weave in, but I wanted to show them to you. So I guess, are they finished if your ends aren't woven in? I'm not sure. But as far as I'm concerned, they're finished. Look at those beautiful colors. They're just stunning. I'm really happy with these. So the pattern I used for these are the Rose City Roller pattern. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and it's an excellent pattern. The only change I made was that instead of the Rose City Rollers have, I think one of the reasons they're named that is that they do a I think it's just a garter or just knit here, and they let it roll, the top roll over, whereas I wanted more of a formal structured cuff. So that's what I did on there. But I will be using that pattern again. I don't have any, my first pair of shorty socks, second pair that I've ever knit, because I knit my first pair for Victoria, my pen pal, and but the second one that I've ever, the first pair that I've ever knit for myself, so I'm thrilled with those. And then I have another drink. I decided to incorporate tea into my podcasting because I talk too fast and it slows me down. So that's my other finished object, and I have to take this off. I'm getting too warm. It is, we've had a beautiful fall here. I think we've had like 18-degree days, and on the back deck it's been positively warm. The kids, it's been warm enough for the kids to have the water slide out and the sprinkler out to be playing. So we've had some gorgeous, gorgeous fall days, which is wonderful because in a week and a half it's Knitlantica, the knitting retreat that I am putting off on the weekend of the 21st to the 23rd of September. I am thrilled. I am so excited. I'm excited and worried. It's the first retreat that I've ever organized, so I'm conscious that there's probably going to be last minute problems or issues that, shouldn't say problems, I guess, issues that come up that will need to be resolved. So I'm a little worried about that, but I am thrilled to be meeting everybody and to be sharing the knitting and crocheting life, and to I just think it's going to be a fantastic time. The location on Bell Island at the Grand Labana Inn is gorgeous. The food is spectacular. It should be a really, really good weekend. I also booked, so there's a masseuse coming in to do some massages and reflexology, and it should be a wonderful, relaxing weekend, and I can't wait, and I hope the participants that are coming to join me can't wait either. One thing I wanted to show you, this is because I thought of it. This is something that I acquired over the summer, and I wanted to show you because these earrings, hopefully you can see that, are made out of mussel shells, and I just love them. So I'll show you the back. Hopefully the camera's focusing, and if it isn't, I will put in the picture. So these are a pair of mussel shell earrings, and let me just put the back in. They are by a company here in Newfoundland and Labrador called Shoreline by Leah. This is a blue mussel, her blue mussel earring, and I will put she doesn't have a website address, but she has an email address and telephone number, so I will put that information on the screen so that you're able to. No websites, not yet. I should get in contact with her, encourage her to start a website, or at least get on Etsy. So this is something that I purchased at Molly Made Studios, which is a rug hooking and other crafts studio. Well, Molly does rug hooking, but she displays other crafts at her gorgeous craft shop in Woody Point, Bombay, which is in Grossmore National Park, and we visited. The boys and I visited there a couple times this summer for a couple of reasons. One is I wanted to say hello to Molly. Two is she sells rug hooking kits as well that she has designed and made up herself. And I wanted to pick up a couple for the boys because it's always nice to have a craft with us when we're on the road. And three, because I wanted, kind of a selfish reason, some of my cross-stitch patterns are being sold there, and I wanted to see how they looked and how they were doing. So that was, it was a great visit overall. But that's where I purchased these lovely earrings. So if you're in the Woody Point, Bombay area of Newfoundland and Labrador, be sure you stop into Molly's because it's a fantastic shop. No, I'm not being paid to say that. Molly is a friend of mine, and she's got a real eye for beautiful crafts, and she's, you know, it's a well curated shop, so I highly recommend it. It's just beautiful. What else do I have to show you? Well, I've showed you my finished objects. I'll show you another, oops, there goes my measuring tape. So I am knitting to go, I decided that the pattern I would use to go with this, to go with my shawl would be, it's called the Tread Hat by Shannon Cook. Here's a picture of it. Hopefully the camera's going to focus on that. I'm sure you've seen it before. It's from her, Jane Richmond and Shannon Cook's Knitting Patterns to Warm the Soul Within book. So that's the book it's from. I purchased this a while ago at my local yarn store, Cast On, Cast Off. Hi, Katie. And it's a gorgeous pattern, gorgeous book, easy pattern. I'm loving it. Here's an even better picture of the, so there's the hat. So this hat is knit in worsted weight. And I had mentioned that the base that I'm using is DK. So what I've done is I have, oh, I need those for later. Talking to myself. What I have done is I'm using 2 strands, which is making a slightly heavy worsted maybe yarn. And so here is where I am so far. Turning out very well, except for one problem. So my head measurement, so the pattern calls for a 20, I think it's a 21, 22, let me check the sizes. I think it's a 21, 22, and a, oh, I can't find it. Anyway, the measurements for your head, small, adult medium, and adult large. Normally I'm an adult small. However, it fits a 21, 22, or 23 inch circumference. I'm a 21. However, I've tried this on and I find it a bit, it fits comfortably, but the pattern is really, really stretched. So it's stretched like that when I've got it on. And I don't want it to stretch out quite that much. So all this beautiful knitting I have done, I'm ripping out and starting again. I really want this to be a wearable hat. And I think it's going to look gorgeous. See that with the garter stitch in here and the ribbon garter here, I think it's going to make a beautiful set. However, I want this to fit a little bit differently than it's fitting. So I hadn't ripped it out so I could show you how far I'd gone before I ripped it out. And so that's my job for later today or this evening, is to unfortunately do some ripping and take that out. And you know, really, it's on 6mm needles. We'll start off with 5mm needles for the brim, and now I'm on to 6mm needles with a double 2 strands of DK weight. It really hasn't taken me very long to knit. It's a very enjoyable knit, so I'm just going to suck it up and redo that. Excuse me. Now what's next? I do like having a drink of tea. That's working to slow me down a little bit. That's great. So let's show you some show you what else I've been working on. So that is I wanted to show the colorway for that Peace, Love, and Lobster. So I have lots of yarn left over for my shorty socks. I may even have enough to knit another, I don't know if that'll focus with my face here. I may even have enough to knit another pair of shorty socks, because that's an awful lot to have left over to put in my Bits and Bobs blanket. So I'm probably going to be knitting another pair of shorties, which is awesome because I love those. So as soon as I got those, yeah, I have stopped in the middle of a row on this, but as soon as I got those socks finished, of course I had to cast on another pair. And this is Mina Phillips's, hi Mina, Knitting Expats. I think it's one of her newer patterns. It's called the London Bee Bridge sock. So here it is. I am up to the heel. I'm getting ready now to put, oh, and here's my little stitch marker. I don't know if you can see this, but this is from my friend Lynn. Hi, Dan, at the Sunshine and Bubblegum podcast. Hopefully you can see that. Anyway, so I've got the foot finished, and I'm just getting ready to do the heel. It's a German short row heel, which I haven't done before, and it's calling for a DS stitch. It's not I think it's a double stitch, or anyway, the abbreviation is DS, and I don't know how to do that stitch, so that's where I've stopped now. So I need to learn I need to teach myself how to do that so I can get this heel finished. So I'm excited about that. And the yarn that I'm using is from a local to Newfoundland and Labrador, is a duo, and it's called Elegantly Twisted Yarn. I'm going to show my very folded up information there. Elegantly Twisted Yarns, Andrea Hiscock and Connie Dollamount, and they are, one's in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, but she's from Newfoundland, and one is in Corner Brook, Newfoundland and Labrador. So this is a local indie dyer. I had purchased this as well down at Cast On Cast Off, and there's no colorway noted, but it is a gorgeous color, and it's a nice tonal, so it's showing off the Mina's pattern really well, which I really like as well. Hopefully I'm not showing that too close to the camera and it's not focusing. I hadn't considered that. I moved the camera a little bit closer so I didn't have to reach as far. So that is that piece. Now what else do I have to show you? Well, I have one other work in progress that I wanted to show you. So I have, I'm getting ready for all my fall and Halloween decor in the house. Mainly fall is up right now. I haven't started on the Halloween stuff yet. And really what I do for Halloween is just put out a couple skeletons. I love pumpkins, so I've got, as you can see, I've got a pumpkin there, and I've got pumpkins and fall foliage kind of all around the house. But I need, I have a table, I need to make a table runner, and I decided that I would make a granny square, so 3 granny squares about this large, and then I'll join them together to make a runner. So I have started. I'm using nice yarn for this table runner, folks. I'm using from Stash. I have not gotten very far yet. This is how far I have gotten. I have my crochet hook taken out, so this is, oh my goodness. Oh, I'm all tangled up here. Okay, so this is as far as I've gotten in my granny square. Not, I guess I should show it this way maybe. Not too far, but you can see the colors that I'm using. So they're a nice fall, slightly Halloween colorway, or colors. I am using Cascade Yarns Pacific, which is a 40% superwash merino wool, 60% acrylic yarn. So that's Cascade there, and that's just black, color 48. These don't show color names, they just show the number. This one here is color 63. It's the beautiful green color, and it's kind of a little bit of a heather look. The other one that I'm using in a table runner, seems so posh, is 100% alpaca. It's the perfect burnt, oh, I've got such a knot made here. I'm going to try and take this out while I talk. It's the perfect burnt orange, and I really want to use this color. Look, I've got cross stitch embroidery thread in here as well. No wonder it's knotting. So it kind of worked out to be the perfect orange. I didn't want a bright orange in this. I wanted kind of muted, kind of grungy colors, I guess. And this is the perfect color. And I'll have some left over from this. I have more, but I really wanted to use some Stash yarn rather than go and buy. So this is from Aslan Trends, Royal Alpaca. And the color is Spice. And it is 100% Royal Alpaca wool. I mean, this is gorgeous, gorgeous yarn, made in Bolivia. Gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. I'll put the information on the screen as well. And it seems, some part of me feels that it's kind of a waste to be using alpaca on this project. But you know what? It's been in my stash for a while. I can use leftovers. I have enough to do something else with this yarn afterwards. And why not? I want to use some Stash yarn. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm using it in a runner. And I'm going to keep doing that because it makes me happy. I wanted to show you a couple of acquisitions before I go. And I was down at Cast On Cast Off this week. Katie is actually hosting at the Atlantica retreat next weekend. Katie at Cast On Cast Off is going to bring a selection of yarns to the for a pop-up yarn shop at the retreat. And so I was down speaking to her earlier this week. And you know what? I cannot walk into Cast On Cast Off without buying something. So what did I find but some, how do you say that? Is it biscotte yarns or biscotti yarns? I looks like to me it's biscotti, but in French it might be biscotte. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is the bis sock base, 85% merino superwash and 15% nylon. There are 100 grams, 400 meters, and it is in the Hudson's Memories is the name of the style-on. I bought this. Now, if you've never felt biscotti yarn, it is gorgeous and soft. Like, this is probably one of the softest sock yarns I've ever knit with. And this is in the Hudson's Memories, which is for anybody who's Canadian, you'll know the Hudson's Bay Company. And the stripes, the red, so these stripes are the green, red, navy, and gold plus cream, is a real Canadian icon in terms of color. And so I'm going to knit these for my husband for birthday or Christmas, depends. Anybody who knows me well will know that it took me almost 2 years to finish a pair of socks for him last year. So we'll see how I go with these. I'm knitting socks a lot faster, so I'm hoping I can get these knit up faster, but I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself. If I don't have them ready for him for his birthday in November, then they will be ready for Christmas. But this is going to make a gorgeous, gorgeous pair of socks, and I can't wait. So I am really trying to get the London Bee bridge socks finished, so mine, so that I can get started on his, because I think this is going to knit up beautifully. So I'm excited about that. The other thing I picked up is just a cute little thing, and I want to see, I think I've got the bag here that it came in. It is, well, maybe I don't have the bag here, it came in. Okay, so it's from Exchanging Fire, exchangingfire.com. So I'll put that information on the screen. And it is a teeny tiny little row counter, and it fits on your finger. Well, in my case, because I'm right-handed, it would fit on my left finger. Anyway, I got it in pink. I think it's super cute. And it doesn't, I've got a clover one, but every time you move, it kind of, it's one of the ones that you turn, the little red and white plastic ones. And it's great, but every time you knit, it counts up, even though you haven't moved it yourself. So it, you know, just the movement of your hands makes it move, it makes it count. So I wanted something that wasn't doing that. And these were really inexpensive. I think they're only about $8. So I got one of these, and I think they're super cute, little finger counter. So I'm happy with that as well. Now, is that all I have here to show you today? I think it is. It has been busy times. There's one other thing I want to show you before I go. Yes, I like having tea here. So I get a Box of the Month club from Little Box of Crochet. Oh, I've got lipstick on my box now, darn. Will that come off? Yes. I never did that to my kids. I never licked my finger and wiped my kids' faces off. That's one thing I swore I'd never do. I always use baby wipes. But, you know, in a pinch, it works. So this is a spoiler alert. You should have this. I mean, I think I'm one of the last people to get the Little Box of Crochet here in Canada or internationally. So if you don't look. But I'm pretty sure you have it. So I don't know if you've seen one of these before, but they're always, this is slightly open, so I'll try and put it back together. But you always get a little, hey, let's crochet sticker, beautifully packaged with some tissue paper. Comes with a little book on top. Little Box of Crochet. Next, I particularly love this month's whip. It's by Lucy at Attic24, who is one of my all-time favorite bloggers. I've been following Lucy for years and years and years, and probably pretty much as soon as she started blogging. And it's a little, okay, hold on now, let me back up. So they always come with a little postcard, like this. Hell yeah. I know somebody who would really, really like that, so I might send that to them. This one is advertising the Stitchopia Festival in 2019, which is in Staffordshire, and that is in March of 2019. Don't think I'll make it, but it's nice to get information on something that's going on. That's cool. That's not, usually there is an advertisement in for that. This has got a little whip. I love this. It's a little whip book, Amanda Bloom's Little Box of Crochet. And let me show you. So you can see it's a little book of whips. And it's got, every page is the same. Got the project and the designer, date started, finished, yarn used, hook size, and notes. But I can use this for, I'm going to use this for all my whips. So I'm going to use it for my cross stitch whips, my crochet whips, and my knitting whips. I think it's just beautiful. So it also comes with a teeny tiny stitch or progress keeper or stitch holder. And this one is from, they're always from the, I've gotten to the age when I'm wearing my contacts that my arms aren't long enough. Coral Clay Studio, I think. I'll put that information up on the screen though in case I have that wrong and to give you more information. This one comes with a gorgeous little button. Can you see that? It also comes with this metallic ribbon, and this is to, you crochet a little flower to go on the top of this, but hopefully you can see that because it is just a beautiful, beautiful ribbon. And then it comes with a crochet hook, which I have actually taken out and I'm using for something else. But look at the colors that it came with. These are all cottons. And you're using these colors to make teeny tiny granny squares to make a cover for that little book that I showed you. So I am in love. You also get a, which I've also taken out, darning needle, and it's on one of those gorgeous little felted balls. So I just love Little Box of Crochet. I absolutely love it. So these are yarn and colors. This particular one is called Adventurine. This is, as far as I know, it's 100% cotton, but you know what? Can I read that? No. Too small for Patty to read. But it is a cotton. I'm pretty sure it's 100% cotton. But oh, they're just so cute. And let me show you, see if it will focus so I can show you the, oh, it shows you in the cover there. Can you see that? The little tiny cover that you're making for your, to go on your whip book. So I just love this. I get these, well, I've signed up monthly. You have an option of opting out every month or what, select months or whatever. But I really look forward to getting these little boxes in the mail. I find them so inspirational. And I have to admit, this is my third month and I haven't finished a project yet, so I need to get on that. I think this is going to be the first one that I'm going to do though. I love it. I love the box. I can use these boxes for, my camera died there, sorry. You didn't notice, but I did. Lost my button. I think I was saying that I haven't finished one of these projects yet, but this one's going to be my first. I can't wait to start it. And it's such a treat to get these once a month. It's kind of a little splurge that I decided to make, and I absolutely love getting them. I believe that is all for me today. So I'm not sure. I'm hoping to be taping these podcasts regularly. I've already got a plan for a day that I'm going to do this again next week, and I look forward to seeing you once a week. Thank you so much for joining me. For anybody who's new, welcome. I should have said this at the beginning. For anybody who's returning, thank you so much for joining me. This has been a wonderful journey. I absolutely love the knitting, making community. It is so incredibly supportive, and I hope that I will see you again soon, and I hope that you get a chance to make something this week that makes your heart happy. Hello, Bella. She thinks so too. Take care. Bye-bye.